and welcome to my Pick a Card channel. My name is Amy. Welcome to the Tarot Cottage. Today's Pick a Card topic is all about somebody who is secretly crushing on you in silence. So who is crushing on you at this moment? Are they going to make themselves known is also a question that we're going to ask Spirit today. So get cozy. We're going to have a little chat today because we're all friends when we gather around this table. I want to welcome back my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your support of me and this channel with all of your beautiful comments. I would like to congratulate this month's winner of the free tarot reading. So if you have left me comments below and you're subscribed to the channel, be sure to check your notification bell because I'm waiting to hear back from my most recent winners from the past as well. So be sure to check those in case you were chosen. I do notify you below your comment and give you clear directions on how to reach out to me so that you can claim your reading. And if you're new to the channel, we would love to invite you to join our beautiful soul family here by subscribing, hitting your notification bell, and dropping me a comment below any of my readings this month for your chance to win a free tarot reading with me. But for today's Pick a Card topic, we're looking at who is crushing on you in silence. Are they going to come forward and communicate anything to you? We do have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the Emperor, pile number 2 with the Devil, and pile number 3 with the Moon. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there could be messages waiting from your spirit team, and my timestamps are always listed below. I'm going to go ahead and jump into pile number 1. Again, who is crushing on you in silence, and are they going to make themselves known? Hello, pile number 1, you were drawn to the Emperor, and this is your reading. Who is crushing on you in silence? Now, this Emperor energy gave me a lot of boss energy, to be honest. I feel like this person could be someone that you work with, or there could be like a hierarchy that is involved here, which might complicate things on their end or on your end, perhaps. There's a lot of Aries energy here. They're really highlighting England or somebody British, and this is not going to be for everyone, but if that resonates with you, you're going to know that this is the pile that you were supposed to choose. They're highlighting somebody who is British or has an accent, that could be from the UK, for me in this moment as well. Somebody a little bit self-protective, a little bit guarded, maybe hard to read as well. I think that there is someone who's really good at kind of holding the cards close to their chest. Who is crushing on you in silence? I'm using the Hocus Pocus Tarot for you to start today. We do have this 7 of Swords. This is, and it's lightning. It always makes me think of the Tower energy. So this is a secret. This person's keeping this very secret. It almost feels like they feel like they have to, or there could be something with this lightning. There could be shock, or people might be shocked that they have these feelings, or they're just worried about the opinions of other people or the fallout of their truth in this attraction. We have the Ace of Pumpkins. We have the 9 of Wands. We have the 10 of Swords. I feel like this person, there definitely could be a workplace aspect here, because it's like there has been a reference of somebody who has elevated their career. Like that could have even been recently, because I'm seeing them being like adorned with things, whether they're given a medal or they're given a new position or they're raising in the rank. They are resisting the urge that they have, or the attraction that they have in this moment, despite the fact that they maybe don't want to. They are resisting the urge. And I almost feel like this is self-imposed. It doesn't necessarily feel like a company policy, for instance, because they're just playing this scene from this movie that I saw once where 2 crows are standing up and they're upset because one crow says, after all the work that they went through in this movie, one crow says, we could have had corn. So it's like maybe they're resisting it needlessly, but in their perspective, they have to resist it because they're so worried about what the results will be or what the domino effect will be. This person really picks up on things like, I don't know if you have like wear a lot of jewelry, but they're really highlighting like you being covered in jewelry or wear a lot of jewelry. It's not a judgment. They like that. They like the way that you dress up. They like the way that you present yourself. You're very unique in how you do it. I feel like you're almost the exact opposite of this person. If you're a very flashy person, a flashy personality, this person is not like that. I feel like this is the type of person that would like wear the same clothes a lot, like the same clothes. Or it's like you'd open up their closet and it's just a whole bunch of blue shirts and a whole bunch of black pants. They just feel like they're a creature of habit. And you're like the opposite of that. I feel like that's why they're drawn to you. It's like the way that they keep highlighting the way you adorn yourself, your uniqueness. And it's almost like they've waited for you to notice them. It's like they haven't even approached you in a romantic sense at all. It's like they wish that you would notice them. We have here the Page here of Swords reversed, but they're kind of worried about like legalities. That's why I almost feel like this person could be in a higher position than you. They may not be your direct boss or supervisor, but they're worried about legal issues. They're worried about legalities now coming through. Back of the deck is the Six of Pentacles, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. There is the Eight of Pentacles. Definitely feels like a workplace connection here for someone watching. They could also just be holding back because they're almost assured of a rejection. They're like convinced, and they've convinced themselves with the Ten of Swords that it may not be possible. But this is also kind of a reflection of the amount of thought that they've put into this, the intensity to the crush that they have on you, or the attraction that they have as well. That they feel like it's necessary to deny with the Seven of Swords. Here we have the Six of Cups. Here's the Seven of Cups. They may have recently promoted you as well. Like, even though, again, it may not be someone's direct boss or something, but they may have played a role in some type of promotion, or that could be coming up for you. And it's like they don't want everyone to think that they're playing favorites. They're really concerned about that. That's why they perhaps act so stoic in your company or something. They do think really highly of you. Like you are a favorite, for instance, in that environment, but they don't want other people to see that. They're also, again, they hold back because they're confused by whether or not you have an attraction. They're not convinced that that's assured. They have noticed you looking at them, and sometimes they've allowed that to slip them into fantasy. Here's the Ace of Wands. But this person is crushing on you so hard. And it feels like an impossible wish for them in this moment. Maybe not because it is, but maybe because it does require them to face some of these major fears that they're having. We can't deny with the Ten of Pentacles that this can reflect commitments to an environment, whether it be work, whether it be home as well. They could feel like they're sort of in a, because I just got this reference to like trick-or-treating, but it's almost like a cosmic joke. It like feels like a negative joke that the universe is playing on us of like, I think of you so highly, I wish I could come forward, but I'm stuck in a situation, stuck in a karmic position. Again, it doesn't have to be a relationship. The karmic position could be related to the work realm. They try not to get caught watching you. They try not to get caught watching you. I feel like they would almost call you into their office to talk so that wouldn't happen, like for professional reasons or something. Because they're really worried about being found out. They're really worried about the implications of the feelings that they have, because there could be very strong implications for their position, for their home, or in the very least, that's their perspective of the situation right now. Who is crushing on you in secret? Whoops. We have a Star, guaranteed success, And I feel like, truthfully, because this person has such a high opinion of you, if this is in the work realm and they are in a position of empowerment of any kind, I feel like they would support you and your upgrades in that environment. Like they will be the ones to maybe encourage HR to interview for a higher position, for instance. You have seeking out information that will help you with divine. You may have actually gone to this person for advice or for suggestions about leveling up in your career. We have the wishbone. A wish is granted. And the wishbone always reminds me of the turkey. The turkey is a symbol of, you know, somebody who's not behaving very smartly. It's like they're behaving kind of foolishly, but they have this desire. They have this desire. And maybe if they just seek out confirmation from you, maybe if they just took more action, there could be more clarity that could add to change here. We have a lot of concern for sexual matters. So there's a lot of physical curiosity about you. Again, I feel like you're complete opposites. Like you could have even be like opposites, and they definitely attract here, but like cultures, race, for instance, as well. That's something they love about you. We have here key successful outcome to a problem, and we have strong emotions, passionate love or hate. And they're highlighting Aries energy again. I feel like that can be a component of Aries, divine masculine energies. There's a lot of passion in the Aries energy in general. We can feel that passion towards like a lot of connection, or we can feel that passion into like an emotional reaction. So this person could be kind of quiet under the surface, but they might have a tendency to have a temper, to be honest with you, like when they feel really overwhelmed. But I feel like they maintain everything to maintain. Here we have peace and harmony, and you need to defend yourself in order to maintain peace, to keep things level or to keep things calm. Back of deck, we have career. So somebody very much closely related to your career realm. Let's take a look at some of the thoughts that they have had towards you. What thoughts have they had? Oopsie daisy. We have light coming out. Perhaps thinking of bringing their truth to the surface, but we're going to take a look and see if they're going to be capable of that, if they're going to take any action towards you to reveal themselves. You make my heart full. 10 of Cups. It says, you are my everything. They just don't feel like there's anything that you're lacking. They might even consider you, or you might even consider them a friend with the 6 of Cups as well. But there's like blurred lines there, I think, between the two of you. They keep saying that giving into this connection would mean having to end something else. It says here, I want to get you drunk because I want to lower your inhibitions. I worry about us a lot. And says here, you hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. There's a reference to this, the fear of the rejection. Even with this energy of the 9 of Wands, they could have been inspired recently by you in this realm. I feel like there's almost like a jealousy that has arisen for them recently, but they don't have really a right to it, you know, like they don't have a right to be jealous, but they were triggered recently by something concerning you in that realm. And it hurt their feelings, or it bruised their ego in some way as well. What sort of thoughts have they had, please? Secret thoughts about this crush on pile number 1. It says here, I'm hung up right now. The Hanged Man. Just saw the 11:11. The angels are singing. We have surrender. I've given in. I've given up. That's my 10 of Swords card. And we do have the 10 of Swords here because they're not sure if this is possible. I want it to be me and you at the end of the day. Freight train, the 8 of Wands. Also saw I'm so sorry. This is the profound attraction that they're feeling. It says here, I'm not going to make it. We also have here, I can't stop myself. I need closure. but I'm trying to choose. Let's get one more. This could be a good sign that they have considered here at the Page of Pentacles that they are going to come forward with some type of communication. My nights are long and they're filled with you. Back of the deck says, I'm pushing my feelings aside. So perhaps currently at the moment, because they do feel frustrated in the moment by this inspiration, because they don't know what to do with it. They feel frustrated by it. So let's take a look and see what they're going to do about this crush, this attraction that they have. Are they going to make themselves known? Are they going to take any sort of action? Whoops, towards pile number 1. You're thinking about it. It would be impulsive, though, on their part, which I don't think is really a part of their personality. I don't think, like, impulse is a part of it. Here's the Magician. Here we have the Hanged Man and the Moon. So we do have the Knight of Wands and we have the Two of Wands coming out together. And this is a symbol of, like, intention, like planning. There's a difference between planning and execution, however. And you can see that this Magician, it's actually a cheetah that's sitting on this little pentagram or this little coin. And it's like they're choosing the perfect moment. It's like they want to choose the perfect moment, but they're kind of in this moment of trying to micromanage or control things, including their overthinking, including their despair. Now is not the time for them to come forward, and they really feel that because of, again, that lightning bolt. Completely different decks, but lightning nonetheless. They do feel like there are things that have to come to the surface or have to be released before they have the courage to come forward. The problem is that if they don't take advantage of opportunity, they could lose the opportunity, and they recognize that as well. I feel like jealousy might be a very strong component of this person, might be a really strong motivator for them too. So they're not coming forward right away, but they do have this intention of some type of communication, but I feel like that they're waiting for a perfect moment. Let's get a charm cast for you, pile number 1. If you're new to the channel, I do end each pile with a charm cast, starting with Tiny Tarot. And of course, I have my own sort of roster of meanings for my charms, but I do encourage you to see what you see in the bowl as well. Now we do have here the 8 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles. Really strong work influence in the bowl today. Really strong work influence. Somebody who's kind of surrendered to the foundation that they built as well. So there could be aspects of commitment cycles with this person as well. Doesn't have to be, but they just kind of feel stuck where they are in the moment. Everything's in limbo here. And I don't think they expected a benchmark of opportunity like you to occur in this realm, which leads them to choice and chance, but they also have a tendency to sabotage the emotional realm for practical safety. In the bowl today, we have the Trumpet. Do you think of judgment with the Trumpet? So somebody who maybe judges themselves harshly or is worried about judgment as well. We have O and Q. We do have the Tree of Life and the Anchor. So somebody who feels anchored in their position, anchored in what they've built for themselves. We have the Music Note. We do have Taurus energy coming through. Aquarius with the Blue Star. There's a reference of healing and like an emotional reaction to the crush. It's like this person, they feel like you're the missing piece, or that's like it's intense for this person. But we have the 5 of Pentacles, someone who thinks that they have a lot to lose with these honey cells. And we have here bones to pick when it comes to transition, reality, and perhaps grief cycles. So they are kind of, you are a weakness for them, but they are afraid of change. Pile 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. Please drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading. But also, I offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is always updated, so please check back. But please come and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile 2, you were drawn to the Devil, and this is your reading. Who is crushing on you in silence? Now, the Devil is ruled by Capricorn. Now, there's a reference to a lot of physical attraction with the Devil, but also attachment, like almost, it can represent insecurity too, someone who's attached to a negative realm. So this could be, this attraction to you could be causing a bit of an issue for this person internally, and this internal sort of flame or inspiration of you could be leading to external challenges or change that has to happen as well. Let's see here. Who is crushing on you in silence at this moment? In behind this wolf, we see the pentagram. I always think of the Five of Pentacles. There's a reference of like trailing behind or having a lot to lose, feeling anchored in something. Ooh, we have the Empress coming out. She looks like a dangerous mermaid. She's got a heart that's pumping in her hands. The siren was a symbol that would lure sailors to their death, to their demise with her voice, with her influence. We have the Moon. We have the Tarot of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. I just heard the term "you haunt me," like in their dreams. I think that this person like doesn't just have a crush on you. I feel like they dream of you, like physically have dreams of you. And this happens for them a lot. It happens suddenly out of the blue. We have Death. We have the Knight of Cups. It's showing itself with the Ten of Cups, the Lovers, the Six of Pentacles. And I feel like we need to almost keep those to the side for now. Back of the deck, we have the Emperor. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. You'll notice that this Emperor, it says the rigid. I feel like that's almost an important part of this message as well, because this person definitely has a rigid focus towards you. It almost feels very dangerous. You know those cartoons, the old cartoons where a wolf would see something that they liked, and it would be like an attraction, and so their tongue would roll out of their mouth and roll across the floor. That's the energy that this is giving me with the Nine of Pentacles. And there's the Tower, this haunted house. I feel like there could be an attachment for this person, a practical attachment perhaps, because all of these major themes, the Empress, the Moon, the Death, the Lover's energy, the Devil, the Emperor, these are all such major themes, which means that you have a major impact, or the attraction could have a major impact if pursued in the future for this person, because position's an issue. And this feels like something they shouldn't want. They do feel like you're a temptress of some kind, or it's like that's how they're presenting at this moment. You may not be doing anything to tempt. You could just be being the Empress, just being yourself, just sitting in your abundance, but they see it as like a temptation, a dangerous one at that. And maybe also because you're kind of out of their league, or you have the potential to hurt them. They just focus the fact that heart is in their hands. And here's the Page of Swords. Because they don't just watch you, I feel like they watch you online as well. And it's like they're afraid to get too close because there's the temptation that exists and they don't know if they can resist it. It's like they're showing the moth to the flame. And we all know what happens to the moth if it gets too close to that flame. Here's the Three of Wands. Here's the Six of Cups. Now this could, for someone watching, here's the Five of Cups. For someone watching, this could be like a connection from the past. There's a lot of nostalgia. They may have just known you for a really long time. It's not necessarily throwing me into separation. So I don't necessarily feel like you have to be in separation from this person at this moment, but they do wish that they could return to a simpler time. It's like there's this desire to return to a simpler time. They want to protect the potential of this connection for the future. But it's like they're in this mentality of like, I wish I could, but I just can't right now. There's a reference to friendship in the moment as well. So you could be friends with this person at this time. There could be workplace energies here, although it doesn't necessarily scream workplace for the entirety of the collective for pile number 2. But this is important. The Lovers, the Six of Pentacles, they're really highlighting that these are conjoined twins. And, you know, if one passes away, they both pass away. So this decision between partners could be a really huge impact here, or have a huge impact here. But it's like this acknowledgement of like, they think so highly of you, but that has to come at the cost of something profound. Has to come at the cost of something I've built. There could be fatherhood energy with this person. They could have built a family, for instance. They're showing me basketball, or someone who really likes, someone who's a really big basketball fan, and they might have like a specific team, like the Lakers or something that they really, really like. They might talk about this team or something like this. There's something about basketball that this person really likes. Back of deck is the Two of Pentacles. Oh, there's the Hierophant. There definitely could be a workplace or school place energy that does exist here. But that, more importantly, with that Hierophant and the Two of Pentacles is what they're juggling right now. They're juggling responsibilities and with the temptation of this situation. So it's like they are afraid to get too close, or they're afraid to come forward, because it, again, has strong implications with the death cycle. There's the Moth again, and the Skull representing the reality of transition. Now, what gives me a little bit of a glimmer of hope for the future is the fact that the Knight of Cups is here. And it is followed up by the Five of Cups. So again, there's a reference of like wanting to come forward, but regretful that I can't if I'm not able to make that action come into fruition. Who is secretly crushing? They like to fantasize about like a parallel life. It's like they like to almost create a narrative in their mind where they don't have obstacles and the two of you are together. We have Turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. I just heard the term Tom, like the Tom for the turkey. You have here unsuccessful outcome to your problem. It's like worrying that I'll have to burn a bridge down to get to the other side. The broken bridge. You need to defend yourself from this connection. Major, major implications for this person within the home, Spirit says, if they bring it to the surface. And the Ten of Cups does represent, you know, a happy home. It's not necessarily this person being stuck in a negative situation. I feel like there is abundance that they experience. We have here hard work ahead with the Table. It's just that they can't deny the attraction that they feel. We have Love. We have April. There's a lot of cherry blossoms here with the April energy. Again, a lot of Aries energy coming through right now. There could be a birthday for them coming up in April. And we have here lighthearted, carefree time, because that's what you perhaps represent. If they have a lot of responsibilities, you're someone that makes them feel emotionally seen. Sometimes, even within the context of friendship, they do not want to maintain a friendship here. They are much more interested in something more, but they're also in kind of an avoidant mode. They bring me back to this Knight of Cups with the Emperor image coming forward as well, that this person, they've arrived somewhere, but you make them feel like the possibility of reinvention is there for them, that they are able to reinvent the wheel. They're able to step into the Knight's position again and feel excited about like the beginnings of romance. Like there's an excitement that comes in with the beginnings of things. And they like to sit in that perception or that time frame. Let's get a couple of message cards to see what they're currently thinking and feeling for pile number 2. And then we're going to take a look at what you can expect as far as actions towards you in the future. What have they been thinking in regards to their crush on pile number 2, please? Oh, on the floor. So here, just know that I'm obsessed with you. And I have options, but I only want you. I want to reconcile with you. That could be referencing anyone who could feel like they're in separation. They do think of reunions. They do think of coming forward if there is separation. That may not be a completely collective experience for this pile. We have I love you. And I don't want to hide this connection anymore. We also have some people don't want to see us together, but I don't care. I think they do care. I think that's the problem. They care too much. just wait on me, please don't give up on me. It's like they do want to come forward in the future, but they're saying, I just don't know how, or I'm regretful, but I can't. They're worried about you not feeling the support of their desire to be in a relationship. It says here, the thought of explaining myself and apologizing scares me because I don't want to see the pain that I've caused in your eyes. What sort of recent thoughts have they had, please, about the crush that they have on pile number 2? They must maintain in silence. Unfinished business, we need to talk. They're showing me a scene from The Notebook where he says it's not over. I'm haunted by this connection. I would have a family with you. This could also speak to family being present or being a factor in the situation at this moment. This feels like an obsession. We're going to put that underneath the obsession card. I just saw the last time I saw you, it crushed me. I don't know how to let this go because I think that I'm in love with you. So it goes even beyond, like this person isn't showing me necessarily crush energy or crush potential. They're showing like a deep connection that they feel towards you. And that could just be subjective to their opinion, but they feel that. Back of deck says, I send you soul messages. So if they don't express themselves fully in the 3D, they do feel like they're sending you thought shapes and they're sending you sort of spiritual signs of inclination. But let's take a look here and ask about the future. Will this person have the courage to come forward in any way for pile number 2? 2 of Swords. 10 of Wands. It's not looking great in the moment. Here's the 3 of Wands. Again, I feel that there's intention for the future. We have the 3 of Wands in your spread as well, but it's asking for a delay. They're claiming that it's temporary. They say that they can't commit right now, or perhaps they're in a commitment and they're just afraid of where this inspiration leads them at the moment. This is where the regret of intention versus ability comes into play for the future. So we may not see a lot of progress, at least not in the next few months. Specifically, Spirit says we may not see a lot of progress in their revelations moving forward. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 2. The last thought that they had about pile 2 in the bowl. In the bowl today we have the Magician, the Queen of Swords, and the 6 of Cups reversed. They had this thought about perhaps even idolizing the connection, maybe idolizing the past or having unrealistic expectations in the moment. They're wondering about you and why you haven't said something, or it's like they're wondering about your perspective. And if this is in separation, they're wondering why you haven't come forward with communication. I feel like these thoughts are a little bit of a scapegoating energy coming through because it's not necessarily your responsibility to step up and lead overall. And it's like there's a sense of naive, like being naive about the situation, or again, realistic expectations being questioned. Like, is my attraction even realistic? Why haven't I heard from this person? We have X and N at a crossroads. We do have something that they wish to express, but they feel like they would have to change directions drastically, and they're not prepared for that yet. We have exchanging gifts here. There could be an emphasis on December. Time being a factor here. We have Aries energy. We also have, and the Aries is in reverse, so they get kind of jealous associated with you. And again, they have plans, but they don't have a ton of follow-through momentum, at least not at this time. Pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading as well, and I do update that shop daily. But I hope you come back and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the Moon, and this is your reading. Who is crushing on you in silence, and are they going to come forward ultimately? The Moon can speak of suppression, somebody who could be dreaming of you. You'll notice that the rabbit is looking up here. And there's all these blue flowers. Every time I see a blue flower, I think of forget-me-nots. But this rabbit is a symbol of the Page of Wands. Maybe somebody who's suppressing a very strong physical interest or a very strong curiosity about you as well. It's like a fight or flight creature. So it's like they're very playful, but at the first sign of danger, they tend to disappear or go running. Staring at that full moon could also be a symbol of them needing to release something. Who is secretly crushing on you? Pile number 3. We have the Queen of Swords coming out first. A lot of Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. I just got and this is not going to be for everyone, obviously, but they just used the name Robert for someone. And that will be very specific for whoever's watching. If that's a name that you're like, oh my God, then they are using the name Robert. We have the Ten of Cups. Who is crushing on you in silence? We have the Ten of Swords. What a huge contrast between optimism and despair, between light and dark. We have here the Five of Wands. We have the Two of Swords. Back of the deck, we have the Three of Cups. We have the Ace of Wands. They're also highlighting this cactus and the thirst that does exist here within the cactus. So let's clarify this as we go forward. Who is secretly crushing? Temperance reversed. Seven of Pentacles. I'm hearing the song by Stained, It's Been a While. It's been a while since you've seen this person. It's been a while since they had this crush on you. There's been investment over years of this silent attraction or silent desire. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Knight of Cups coming reversed. Here's the Four of Cups. And the Five of Cups. Oh my goodness. There's the Six of Cups. There could be separation here, to be honest. I do get this feeling of like a lot of deep-seated regrets with this person. They're not mincing words here. They don't know that it's possible to have anything come out of this deep-seated attraction. And it feels really, really rooted in them, actually. It's been a long time since they've been holding these feelings for you. And the two of you could have been friends. In fact, the two of you could have been really good friends with the Six of Cups. There's an effort or desire to be reunited for someone watching. But they don't know if that's a realistic expectation with that Knight of Cups coming reversed. This situation makes them really moody. Like in their home realm or whatever, like it like emotionally affects them. And it feels like a case of like, I didn't realize the intensity of my attraction until it felt like it was too late in this moment. They feel like approaching you in this moment would create chaos for you. They don't want to do that. They don't want to express themselves. There's a lot of jealousy that comes through here. So you may not have the ability to commit. They may not have the ability to commit. You two could both be in separate connections at this moment in time. And they kind of feel like sometimes they can't, especially in the present moment, it's like they can't control their emotions sometimes. It's like it brings them to the point of despair. The Ten of Swords, as I said, is complete contrast to the Ten of Cups. It's somebody who doesn't know what to do with themselves. It's someone who's had all of these swords of truth representing clarity that have stung. And they keep having these inspirations, but they don't know what to do with them. They keep trying to defend the desire, but they have no physical evidence to back it up, or they have no steps that they can take to back it up. They don't have a right to be jealous. They just said that. I don't have a right to be jealous, but I am. Eight of Cups. They feel like somebody walked away here. There could be a disconnect that existed. There could have been, you could have gone to school with this person, or maybe worked with them in the past or something. Could have been a friendship, as I said. They didn't know how you felt. They felt confused. And so they didn't take action, and they feel really bad about that. And now that haunts them. I also feel like they seek you out. They seek you out online. And that's how they know that they approaching you now could create chaos for you. Because they say that there's a mirror there for the two of you. And they have knowledge of what's happening for you, at least the bare minimum of knowledge, like understanding if you're in a commitment cycle or not, perhaps based on your social media. But they are saying that they might have gone to school with you in the past. There feels to be like a lot of growth, again, maturity. It could have been a few years since you've seen this person, if I'm being honest with you. But now we have Judgment, back of deck, and the Ace of Wands. And look at how the imp is being, it says Ace of Imps. It's being held back from change. So it's like they feel like, again, it's almost like a lack of experience that held them back at that time. And now there's this feeling about trying to preserve something, but also trying to take a logical approach as well. And they're kind of torn with that. Because part of them doesn't even want to get over it and move on. It's like part of them doesn't want to do that. They don't want to forget what that felt like, because it was a profound experience. And it feels good to be focused on something abundant, to feel like we're in love in our youth. They felt like they didn't take advantage of opportunity when it presented itself. They try to tell themselves that they're over it. They're definitely not over it. For someone watching, this person could have had blue eyes. And there's an emphasis on blue, and I don't know if it's like blue eyes, blue hair, something like that. Like there's an emphasis on blue. They're almost bringing me to like hair, but it doesn't feel like current hair. It feels like hair from the past. If you had streaks of blue or blue in your hair, for instance, that could resonate with you. Now this situation gives them a lot to mull over, because they think about the foundations that they built. It's like it wasn't until they moved into new connections or they moved into a new life where they built on experience, they built the sense of belonging, that they recognize what could have been in the connection from this past. Who is crushing secretly, please? They are worried about the opinions of other people. And now I'm hearing the song Hound Dog by Elvis Presley. It's like, you ain't nothing but a hound dog, you're crying all the time. And then they go on to say, you've never caught a rabbit and you're not a friend of mine. We have here the Tower, solid foundations and success with effort. They do feel like you could have built together. It's like we could have had it all. We could have built together. Now the Tower might feel, it might feel like it was built on a different foundation. We have here Dog, far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. It does feel like a friendship, perhaps from the past. Maybe not in contact currently. We have Excitement, and we have the Club. Someone who's trying to make you do something against your will. It's like they would never want to force something upon you. They're actually afraid of like a rigid reaction from you. They're afraid to reach out because they don't want you to feel like you're being pushed against a brick wall. We have here, you will be shown the way. And we do have opportunities are waiting for you. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. This person thought that they had more time. They thought that, and it feels like the follies of youth. It's like, I felt like I had forever. I felt like that doorway would always be available to me until it was not. Let's get a couple of message cards to see what sort of thoughts they've been having. This person that is crushing in silence. It feels less of a crush here. It feels more of like despair over loss. It says here, you would fit so well into my life, but I do feel like that's kind of an outlier. I feel like there's irony in that card. I feel like the two of you could have parallel experiences. It's like we could have built this life together. It would have been easy. It says here, I do have a plan for us, but we have to wait a little bit longer. And I wish you would give me the benefit of the doubt. And the benefit of the doubt really reminds me of the Eight of Swords, kind of flying out of this cage. So somebody who feels like they're stuck in a bed of their own design, but truly because they made their bed, they can get out of it. I've been shook since I laid eyes upon you. And it says here, I want to spoil you with gifts. This always reminds me of the Tower because of the Tower of Presence, but it's more optimistic. All of the bows show that they still think very highly of you. They waited too long, and now they don't know why. They don't know why they waited. Here, back of deck is sort of split. Says, I'm speechless without you. I compare everyone to you, but it doesn't mean forever. I wish that I'd never let go. They felt like they left you with no confirmation, or they left you in some type of lurch where you felt left behind, and then ultimately they ended up feeling left behind. Let's get a couple of message cards here. What have they been thinking? This person that is crushing silently on pile number 3, please. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. There's also a song, there's like music, I don't know if there's like a name, like your name is associated with a song, but there's a song that always reminds them of you. We will be together again, but my life is not as together as it seems at the moment. This is interesting to see what might happen in the future. We shall see in a moment. I knew exactly what I was doing. I wish that I treated you better. Back of deck says, I want to tell you how I feel. That could be a way in which they wish that they had done better. I wonder if you're happy without me. It says here, finding out the truth crushed me. They almost don't want to know. It's like they do wonder because they are kind of privy to something that's going on in your life, but they almost don't want to have that confirmed for them. They don't want to know if you're really, really happy where you are and with the choices that you've made. Is this person going to come forward at some point in the future? Six of Cups. They have definite intentions to reunite with you, to perhaps focus on everything that was suppressed. Emperor and Empress energy. Here we have the the 10 of Cups with the Page of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. They feel like the Divine Feminine could have moved into a family cycle. So they're like watching something closely. They always, with this card, it always reminds me of the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Cups, and like this full spectrum between the two of you, or a parallel between your experiences right now. They do have intentions of coming forward in some type of reunion. Spirit says it may take some time for them to execute this because, again, they don't want to create havoc for you or create upheaval or chaos or anything like that. Spirit sees them coming forward as in a more mature time in their life. But they do have intentions to reunite with you. Like there's a really strong energy between the Emperor and the Empress. So even here at the total eclipse of the sun, that could just be temporary of like no contact. They don't intend for this to remain in no contact, but they are sort of waiting for maybe perfect timing. It's like they're watching closely to see when that might be. But this person is very motivated to kind of be a leader in clarity. In the very least, they want to call it closure and friendship of like, I just want to tell you how I'm feeling or how I felt in the past. Pile number 3 in the charm bowl today. What's the very last thought this person has had about pile number 3, please, in the bowl? 5 of Wands reversed. They don't want to create drama, I don't think. This 5 of Wands reversed is somebody who's trying to avoid conflict, avoid, jealousies, things of that nature. They just want harmony. They just want peace over themselves, or their heart over the situation. They could be calling the reunion with you some type of closure event, although Spirit they're not seeing it in that way at this moment. They are suppressing their revelations at this time because they feel like it's too risky. But they are focusing on youth. Again, children could be a factor right now, but their youth is also in question from the past, and like the follies of youth. They just showed me a pineapple. We have here the Golden Girls. Now, for those who don't know who the Golden Girls are, and I'm sure everybody does, but it's just 4 little ladies that live together after their divorces or after their husbands pass away. Again, there's a reference to like somebody planning to come forward come what may, no matter the timing. We have L, P, M, and G. We do have strength here for the divine masculine or Leo energy. We have attraction, and we have lack of clarity. The small lipstick always reminds me of like being a teenager. I have the big lipstick and the small lipstick. So there's like attraction from the past or maybe when we were teens. We have replaying events over and over and over again with the cassette. They're also giving me the sense of like a mixed tape. We have slow handsaw when it comes to wishes coming true. And we have the desire to express, but it's the black whale tail, so that there's this expression that could lead to change or lead to endings. And we have direction here, going downward. All right, pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading with me, and be sure to hit your notification bell. I also offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below as well. But I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day.